Okay, so next thing I want to do. I want to put a neck in here. I can either work with what I've got here, or I was thinking I'm going to do things a little differently this time, just for the hell of it. If I go here to create polygon primitives, we create a cylinder. Okay, and I'm just going to take my cylinder and I'll pop it up here. Okay, and I'm just going to go into the front view on this one here. So I got the front view, and we can see that the neck is not even, so I'm going to have to do some guessing. Just going to grab my scale tool, and I'm going to guess right around there. I'm kind of looking at the difference between there and saying that's about it right there. Okay. And by the way, if you hold down Control and you grab the axis you don't want to scale on, you can scale on two axes at once. That's because I've turned that funny little thing off that I don't really like that much. The whatchamacallit, the little plane handles. I turned that off in the preferences. If I go over here and I look at the subdivisions in the axis, it says 20. And if I go and let's put on the wireframe unshaded, I'm just going to give it a rough look. And I say, you know what, that seems like a bit much. I'm going to go down to, I'm going to say 16 is going to be plenty. Plenty. And then what I can do is, let's give this a little bit of a rotation. Okay. Maybe even in the subdivisions and height, I'll put 1 in there. Okay, and I'm just going to quickly go in here and grab some vertices, and I'm going to get the move tool. I'm going to put on soft selection. And I do something like that. And this one here, let's just go and see what that looks like when it's transparent. Actually, that one's in a pretty good spot right now. This one here, kind of that little kinks in a bit. This here. Okay. We got something like this happening, and there's the base of the neck. And then over here, do we have symmetry on? No, I don't. So what if I go in here and I grab this edge loop, and I just grab the scale tool. And again, I got to be careful how much I do with that. And let's go and there, I just went down. I just used the arrow key on the keyboard just to go down lower. Okay, just pointed down and to grab the vertices below it. It's called pick walking. Turn off the soft selection, and there we have it. Okay, so I've kind of got the shape of the neck I want, but I've got a bunch of polygons in here I don't necessarily want, so let's just make this opaque. Let's do a quick little trick here. I'm going to grab this vertice right here. If you hold down Control, right-click to faces, boom, boom. Okay, and I could grab these faces out of here and delete them too. Okay, and let's see, anything else I want to worry about right now before I go and delete half of this thing? That should be good. Again, just take a quick look, and does that look about right? Feels like the cranium's out a bit, but that's okay. And I could even go in and pop in another edge loop here if I wanted to. Maybe one there. Just going to grab my scale tool, make it look like it belongs, because we all want to belong. And I'm just going to go in here and grab all these faces. I'll just delete them. There. And if I take these two pieces and I go here to Mesh, Combine, okay, delete the history, and then I've got this other one over here I don't want, so I'm just going to get rid of it. And I don't think I've moved anything. If you check the front view, make sure that, here, if I go into wireframe, I don't have anything looks anything wonky across here. Now I'm just going to go back and I'll put another smooth proxy back on here. There we go. And if I make it opaque, there, I could start to stare at it. Okay. And I don't need the wireframe on because I'm just seeing the other side and that's distracting. Okay, what I want to figure out now is how to make these two blend into each other. And I can kind of see some of these will work in here. I'll use the append tool, and I can append from here to here. Okay, I'm going to hit G, so that one's there. And then this one from here to here. Okay. I can either hit Enter or I can hit G. And then, okay, back here, this is going to be a freaking nightmare. But if I want to keep it in quads, I can do this little trick. If I grab this edge and this edge, I'm going to use my fast one, Shift, right-click, collapse edge. I went shift right click, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And I can take that edge out of here. Okay, and take these two, and I'm going to collapse those two. The other place to get that is under Edit Mesh, Edge, and no, they have it up here. Collapse. Okay. And just trying to get rid of more geometry, so I might do the same thing here. G, G. Just take that one and delete it. And again, you can kind of take a look on the other side, make sure that it doesn't look too funky. Okay. And then I kind of stare for a little bit, and I'm seeing how these things are lining up. And it looks like I could probably line up something across here. Okay, maybe I'll just do some quick maneuvers. Grab my move tool, move that up here, move this over here. This one I see kind of lining up over here. Okay, and I might just go and get the pen tool again. I'm going to go from here to here. Oh, you bastard! Okay, over to here, and I'm going to hit that one too, just so those are merged together. I'm just going to hit enter, and then I'll get my split polygon tool, and I'll split from here to here. Yay! Okay, and these ones here aren't going to line up very well. We'll see how that works. I'll go back to my append, and let's see what happens when I do this. And I just hit G, and G. This one here is going to suck, but we'll see what that does. And I don't know if I'm going to like this. Okay, there. I'm not crazy about how this actually worked out right here. I don't like how those are spinning around. I'm just going to take this, and maybe if I go in here to edit mesh, spin backwards. Okay, there. And I don't like how that's working out. I'm just going to delete that. Okay. Let's go back and get the split polygon tool, or the multi-cut tool, sorry. And I'll go this way. There we go. Oh, there's a triangle right there. Well, that triangle's got all these nice quads here, so if I hold down Control, I can do that. Splits across here. And I get into this area, and I think to myself, what a wonderful... No, if I go and I grab one of these edges, I might just go ahead and hit Fill Hole. So if I go here to Mesh, Fill Hole, doop. Okay, big, ugly N-gon. Actually, that's not an N-gon. That's just because this object here needs the existing material, Lambert 2. Oh, maybe not Lambert 2. I'm going to go in here to Lambert 1. There we go. So you can see that big nasty spot is this spot right here. I'm just going to delete the history really quick. Okay. And I'm going to stare at it. And I think... There, if I take those two, I might collapse them. Take that out of here. So now we got a kite. Okay, not crazy about that. Let's get the multi-cut tool out again. So now I'm going to multi-cut my way from here to here. And I'll stare. This one's going to go from here to here to here. This one here can go trucking across here. Okay, so those are kind of gridded up. Then we got this area to deal with. And, oh, this is going to be sickening. Actually, there is a problem there. Just hold on, right-click. Let's go from here to here to here to here. See how I feel about that one. Okay, then this one goes trucky, trucky, trucky poo over to here. Then I got this N-gon here. And I'm just trying to figure out how I feel about the N-gon. And is there any triangles up in there? No, those are quads. Okay, so if those are all quads, then pretty much I got to get it out of here. So, or I can do some other thing, but there's a triangle now. And just to get rid of it fast, you bastard, if I go and I grab these three right here and I just go and collapse them, we're in quads. Okay, and let's delete my history. And there we got a nice fancy neck on. Okay, this is looking a little bit funny in here. And also the face is looking a bit chunky. And what are we at? We're almost at the 10-minute mark. Okay, but I've attached these two pieces together. That's the big thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go switching over to the sculpting brushes. And with the sculpting brushes, here I'm going to pick Relax. Just relax, man. And relax, by default, comes in quite large. Remember, B is the hotkey to change your brush size. Okay, and you can double click on it and you get the tools for it. This is the new sculpting tools. I'm resistant on these new sculpting tools. I can't really see what's going on in my geometry right now. I'd like to keep an eye on it as I'm working it, so I'm going to put on wireframe unshaded and then I can see it. Hit B and I'll just make that brush a bit smaller. So I'm picking the relax brush, and what that's going to do is it's going to keep my shape, but it's going to take all my geometry and make it relax. Yes. Okay, so it's taking any of these quads here and it's making them nice and smooth. Yeah, nice and smooth. Okay, and I'm zipping my way around up in here, and you're seeing it evens them out. It makes them more squarish, more quadular, more happy. Okay, let's look back over in here. And this area here is looking bad. Still not crazy about this, but whatever. Okay, and I'm zipping my way up here. I can maybe make my brush a bit bigger as I'm in the skull area here. And again, notice the shape of my head is not changing drastically. If I was using, say, this one here is the smooth one. So if I use the smooth one changes the shape. And I'm just kind of staring at my cranium, and I can kind of bring this back area down a bit. Okay, because that was looking a bit big. Okay, and I look and I see my cheekbone is all caved in right there. And if I look at a 3/4 view of this woman, she's got a distinct cheekbone. So maybe if I go up here and I grab my other brush, this is the sculpt. They call it the lift brush. Is that what they just saw? Lift a surface. Okay, I'm just going to take my brush and I'll bring it down in size. And if I go in here and I pull, perfect, exactly what I wanted. Awesome, awesome, awesome. No. I think it's the strength right here, and the strength is controlled by the hotkey M. Yes? No. They changed this. They screwed this up. M and middle clicking. Oh, it does kind of work, but I just can't see it. I like the older version better. You could see the freaking brush. I don't know what they think they improved. Okay, actually, hold on a second. I'm seeing something. It's showing me right there. You can see it in the center of the brush. It actually is showing me how long it's going to be. Okay, good. That's what I want. Thought for a second they screwed it right up. I'm going to turn my wireframe unshaded off again. And you can kind of paint in your cheekbone. Okay. And well, that doesn't look that great. So I'm painting out the cheekbone area here. And it only is going to push and pull where there's a vertice, okay? Yeah, this is going to take me a little while horsing around. I would probably just like to go into ZBrush with it. But anyway, what I'm going to do is now you can see there's little lumpy bits here and there. Not really nice and smooth. If I hold down Shift, it changes to the smooth brush. Okay, and so I can smooth it back. And I don't know if I like this. Anyway, I might go back to the relax brush. The relax brush is my favorite part of this brush because, again, it keeps the volume, keeps the general shape, but tries to even out your quads. And if I see some lumpy bits here on her skull, and that's that one piece that's been bothering me for a while. Maybe I might try and fix that. What if I, let's go back here to these tools, get my multi-cut tool. I don't like this one, so what if I went and I did this? And that makes this a bit more squarish. And I don't like this thing right here. Okay, I'd like that maybe further up, so maybe what I'll do is if I just go back and get my multi-cut tool, there, and I can take this and I'll go up into the scalp, somewhere into the hairline, and all the way up here. Okay, get rid of those, and that's better. Here, these feel like they're a little bit stretched, so I'm just going to get multi-cut tool, and maybe I'll cut from here to here, here to here, and if I hold down Control, I can do that, and that takes me to quad land. What time are we at? 15 minutes? Okay, and I'm just going to try to finish this up really, really quick. Take that out of here. Take that out of here. Yeah, that's better. And it's looking a bit better. I'm still not sold. But I can go back to my sculpting brushes, get my relax, and I can relax this out. Even better, when I start to join the head together, I find that even relaxes the scalp a bit better. But there you got the general idea of what you can do with your head. And I'm going to stop the video now.